Even at the moment.
Due to climate change, seasons have changed, with the rainy season becoming more variable. In the Intergovernmental Panel 2021 report, citizens were warned that human activity is changing the climate. A report by the Ministry of Water and Environment indicates that Uganda will be left with only 1.6% of wetlands cover by 2014 if the destruction trend is not reversed. Lukango Tree Conservancy have started planting and restoring indigenous trees in schools, with its first at St. Mary's Senior Secondary School in PG District. The founder, Lukango Tree Conservancy, Victor Nsereko, told UBC that biodiversity loss has been a threat to the environment and needs restoring with original tree species that the country had in commemoration of the World Indigenous Tree Day.
Because a lot of those trees are threatened, and yet those trees belong, and those trees really support biodiversity. Biodiversity loss is a really big threat to our future. And somehow we don't know that, and we're happy to chop them down for charcoal and whatever other reasons, and then promote exotic trees. So our goal is to push back on biodiversity loss. So I decided to take the bullet and just focus on getting seeds, making sure we can grow them. And we have a small forest that we're planting as well, which is going to be a forest of future mother trees. We want a source of seeds on site.
For a safe environment, the country should replace trees with indigenous species.
This would be the root system. The root system of most of our indigenous trees are very strong, so they're able to control things like flooding and landslides by holding our soil particles together. So that's another reason. The other reason would be the medicinal values of the indigenous tree species. We have a lot of indigenous tree species that have been used by our forefathers for medicinal values.
Robert Maiga, the head teacher at St. Mary's SS Nkozi, wants more programs to be pushed to schools for the young people to understand conserving the environment.
Where we are to help our children, especially the students, the young ones, to get to know the importance of trees. And in this perspective, when we are looking at the indigenous trees, which are so much endangered, if they happen to be planted and even taken care of from this place, St. Mary's in Nkozi, we see that these students will be able to appreciate and even be able to keep them in a way of protecting and even helping others to appreciate the goodness.
Recently, we had a storm disaster in Kituntu, where very many trees, indigenous trees, have been cut down, and instead we've had plantations of passion fruits and bananas, which cannot contain the effect of wind a lot. So many times, when the wind has come, it has destroyed many people's houses, and recently even 2 lives were lost. So I applaud the initiative by Dr. Nsereko of having the indigenous trees planted, and I hope this is a message to many other areas and people that they can be able to plant as many indigenous trees as possible.
Going on, and my view on this activity is that if we plant the trees around the school, we'll be able to control the effects of global warming, what's currently pervading the nation and globally. First of all, the trees help us to cool the temperatures. They are for shades. For example, if the temperatures are high, one can go under the shades and be able to cool down.
Day by day, we are facing challenges of pollution and drought, since these trees help in the rain formation. So if people really knew how important our trees were, there would be the most people to emphasize the growing of the indigenous trees, because they do long live.
The scale of climate change requires broad coalition encompassing government, investors, and companies to save the environment. Shaidat Nasakum, UBC News.